Hey, good afternoon, adventurers. It's me, Gina, coming to you from Chandler, Arizona. Good to see you guys. It is Sunday. We are officially 14 days out from Aulani, and I am so ready to go, guys. But anyway, I wanted to spend my Sunday with you guys, coming to you, having a conversation. So today I have a conversation I want to have with you guys. So a lot of times my non-Disney addict friends, yeah, I have them, um, who are just planning like a casual visit to Walt Disney World, Disneyland. They always ask me because they know that I'm an addict, I'm a fanatic. They always ask, okay, where should we stay? Where do you like to stay? And it had me thinking a little bit. And I'm like, pretty much stay at the same places a lot of the times. And as I call them, my tried and true resort places to stay. So today, I want you guys to participate in this conversation as I talk a lot about why the specific resorts that we visit every Disneyland trip, every Disney World trip, why is it that we stay there? Why is it that it's my tried and true? One of the bigger things that I think about every year that I start planning my Disney World vacation or Disneyland, it's like, okay, Regina, let's do something different, and I never do. I did something different one time, and I went outside of my comfort zone. It is hard to do when you have your specific resort, or in Disneyland case, hotel, and resort too, that you like to stay at. It's hard to, when you know that you're going to be spending a lot of money, because let's be honest, it costs a lot to stay at Disney World and Disneyland. And so you know that when it comes to spending your dollars, you're like, I'm going to go to my tried and true because I know for the most part, I'm going to get what I paid for and I trust it, right? And so for us, and for me specifically, when we stay at Disney World, and I want you guys to do the same and comment down below on what's your tried and true resort that every time you book, you're like, okay, I want to try that. I want to try this, but I don't know if I want to spend the money on there because I'm afraid it might not, live up to the standards that I'm used to. So you know what? I'm just going to book my tried and true. The resort I know, I love. The resort I'm comfortable with. But I want to get outside of my comfort zone. But before I talk about that, I am going to tell you what our tried and true favorite resorts that we like to stay at when we're at Walt Disney World, that we book almost every trip. And there's a few that we kind of bounce in between. And I'll give you my top 3 reasons for each of those as to why they're my tried and true, my go-to resort when I'm booking my Walt Disney World vacation or Disneyland vacation. And if you will comment down below what your tried and true resort of, preference that you'd like to stay at, and the top 3 or more reasons that you choose. One thing I realized how my tried and trues for Walt Disney World became my tried and true resorts and my resorts of choice, is my resort of choice kind of mirrors how I like to vacation or my personality style. So our very first resort stay at Walt Disney World was the Polynesian Village Resort. And I'll tell you the top 3 reasons it was my tried and true. But there are actually 3 of my top. Polynesian being my very, very number 1. Grand Floridian is my very number 2. And then Contemporary is my number 3, tried and true. I will always book there. I'm comfortable there. And what do they all have in common? They're all on the monorail. And they're all a hop, skip, and a jump. And some just the actual little walkway away to the Magic Kingdom. So, how did the Polynesian, a deluxe resort, and as my friends always ask me, where should I stay? I now have to say, how much you want to spend? How do you vacation? I'll tell you what my tried and true favorite resorts are, but it's based on how I vacation and my personality style. One of my personality styles is I'm just lazy. No, I'm just kidding. No, actually, I'm not. Polynesian, for all the wonderful reasons that you can think of, is a beautiful resort. It was our very first visit, and it's now my tried and true go-to. And now it's also, as we are now DVC members as of April of this year, it is my home. It's my resort home. So I bought all my points from the Polynesian, and I am now an owner stake in the Polynesian for the next 45 years of my life. But anyways, so top 3 reasons why the Polynesian is my favorite resort, my tried and true. I book. That is where I'm going to spend my dollars. Is number 1. How I vacation. Now, there are a lot of vacationers that believe or feel, power to you, that your hotel or resort room is just a sheer place to sleep. And that's cool because there's some of you that just your thing is the parks. I'm just going there to lay down, but I'm getting right back up to go to the parks, and that's your focus. That's how you vacation. For me, for us, our family, we love everything about being in our rooms. So our rooms is not just a place for us to stay, but it is the sheer, size of our room. We need the room. So I raised 2 little monkeys, Tyler and Haley. And when I think about deluxe rooms, they are a lot larger, and the Polynesian actually has the largest rooms I don't know now that the Riviera is there. I don't know what size their standard rooms are, but I know that the Polynesian standard room are the largest rooms on property in standard, deluxe, value, moderate, whatever. The Polynesian has the largest standard rooms. And for that reason, and my little monkeys running around, we love room time. So my number 1 is I need a space for me to feel like there's enough room for my little monkeys to be running around and jumping around. Especially when we first went, they were like 2 and 6 years old. So they were, energetic. They love being in the room. We love being in the room. We love ordering room service. So the room comfortability is so important to us that it became a tried and true because of the size of the rooms. And many of you who have stayed deluxe versus value, the value rooms, when they do have 2 beds, they're 2 double beds or full-size beds. And all of the deluxe, the 2 beds are 2 queen-size beds. That means more wide. Or wider, more wide. Wider. So being that they're wider, and my husband and I are, we would like to stretch out when we sleep. Being in those full size beds and sleeping together as a family in a small room, I would feel cramped because we love having a little rest from the parks and being able to order room service from time to time because we stay for a very long time. We stay for at least 9 nights. And when you spend that much time, we're not spending all of that time in the parks. So we love having a room that we can stretch our arms and stretch our legs, and the beds are bigger. And just having that sheer space for our kids to be able to run around and not feel like, when I'm in my room and I'm relaxed from the day at the parks, I'll power up my laptop or get on my phone device or whatever and just kind of chillax a little bit. I don't like to have, all of them running around me feeling so close. So I love why the Polynesian is my tried and true is the Polynesian resort standard rooms are the biggest on property. Number 1, why it's my tried and true. Number two, why it's my tried and true is the resort day, right? So because we do stay 9 nights, 10 days, we have plenty of time to be in the parks, experience everything over those 9 days of sheer joy. We don't feel a need to, hurry all the fun in and, rope drop as well as stay till close. So we like to spend some of those 9 days spending some time in the resort. So the reason why Polynesian is my tried and true go-to resort number two is because the amenities. What's so important to me in a resort and a Disney World vacation is taking advantage of that day that we're at the resort. So the Polynesian, their volcano pool, their water park like feature, it's not a water park, but a water play area. It is so beautiful. It gives the kids a chance to play. And then restaurants. All of you know I am a foodie. I love some food. And so I want easy access to those same level of food at my resort. And one thing you'll get in value resorts, there are food courts, which is awesome. And some of the moderates have like food courts. What I love about Polynesian and the other monorail resorts is the restaurants. So right there at the Polynesian, I have Ohana, breakfast and dinner. If I want to do a show, I don't even have to leave my resort for like top-notch food here. So if I want to do the Spirit of Aloha, the luau, or if I want to go to Kona Cafe and have their wonderful breakfast there, their Tonga toast, what they're known for, or some 100% Kona. I mean, I can really go there for that. And I can also get a Dole Whip. Polynesian is the only resort that has a Dole Whip stand. And for those reasons, and then the pork nachos at Captain Cook's, come on! We're talking to the best resort ever. So if you have a resort day and that's meaningful to you, as it is to me, that's why Polynesian is my tried and true. So I said, number one, the room, largest on property, all of this space allows me to, have room service in my room and not feel so cramped and really spend time there. Number two, as I said, the amenities of the resort. We take advantage of it. We stay 9 days, and 9 of those days is not rope drop to close. It is spending some great time at the resort and using the amenities. That is so important. And number three, okay, remember I told you I was lazy? Okay, so about the parks. My number three reason as to why I love a monorail resort, and Polynesian being one, is the fact that it's just a monorail hop to Magic Kingdom. And when we're in Magic Kingdom, we take advantage of this a lot. And this was more meaningful when our kids were smaller and the stamina was less. So, times where we would be at Magic Kingdom and the kids would be like, I'm so tired and, I just want to go back, or we know that they need a nap. It was so easy to just hop on the monorail and be within minutes to our room. And having that easy, accessible capability of getting to Magic Kingdom and back to the room just to rest our feet for a little bit, or let the kids take a nap, or go for a quick swim and then head back to the parks. It was so much easier doing it at the Polynesian. So it was a no-brainer, because even I got tired or lazy after opening the parks and having a little fun. And then it's like, okay, Mama need to go rest, or the kids want to go, relax and hang out in the room for a little bit and cool off if it was too hot that day. So we love our resort at Polynesian. It's our tried and true go-to. I love it resort, booking it all the time, afraid to try anything else. Resort, because of those three reasons. And those three reasons are similar as to why we rotate between, the Polynesian, which again is now home for us for our DVC. Grand Floridian, our next one. So Grand Floridian is so important for those same reasons. Now, I love staying at the Grand during the holidays because they have the gingerbread house there and our kids love it. But we love their club level main building. Stayed in the main building. One, for all obvious reasons. Club level is always nice. But they have this princess room, or they call it deluxe now, queen room, where the queen beds are, beautifully situated. In this deluxe room actually has like, it feels like like double the space you get at the Polynesian. And I'm going to tell you, the Polynesian, like I said, was the largest room on property. So can you imagine two of the largest rooms on property in one at the Grand Floridian? So the Grand Floridian having those same amenities I talked about. So you have 1900 Park Fair right there, Gasparilla Grill, which during the holidays, they have this like turkey holiday sandwich. It has like warm turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce, gravy, all on top of this hoagie roll. It is so delicious. But Gasparilla Grill, I hear that Earl of Sandwich also makes that same sandwich. And I've tried it at Disneyland, downtown Disney. And Earl of Sandwich turkey sandwich with the stuffing on it has nothing on Gasparilla Grills at Grand Floridian at Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. But that is our second tried and true for those same reasons. Accessible to the parks. So I can go back to my room, our kids, if our feet are hurting and we just want to relax. Again, they have a wonderful pool bar. But also, like I said, the space in the room, we enjoy room service. That's how we vacation. Room is more than just a place to sleep for us. It is a place to rest, come together as a family, plan the next day, just relax and enjoy each other and resting and some time away from the park. So that is so important to us. And again, it's a monorail resort. Same thing for Contemporary. Contemporary, for those same top three, why it's tried and true is, our favorite place, California Grill. We love that place. So having easy accessibility to that, being in that A-frame, that is just, it's awe-inspiring. We've always had a wonderful view. I love Chef Mickey's and the Wave, and they have, their quick service is so, the Contempo Cafe food is so good. And I just, there's not a lot of quick services that I like because I'm just queen table service. But Contempo Cafe, guys, stop by there. They have a wonderful breakfast. They always have they have a Philly steak sandwich that we got our last trip there that was like ever so cheesy. Tons of steak. Wasn't stingy on the steak at all. So check them out, Contempo Cafe. Love them. But why those top three are tried and true is for those reasons. That's how we vacation. Our room is more than a place to lay our head. So what about you? What's your tried and true? What are the top three reasons that you go to the resorts that you go to? And if you're one of those that just, hey, this is where I lay my head, don't care where that is, hey, more power to you. That's cool too. And everybody vacations differently. What matters to me is different than what matters to, you or someone else. But if we share the same reasons and if we share the same ways that we love to vacation, comment down below. Tell me a little bit about how you vacation. What's important to you? What's your tried and true resorts? What are the ones that you book every time? Now that's Walt Disney World. And again, and if I had a fourth, so I talked about room size, comfortability, and maneuvering, and we like to do room service. So we love our room. The second was the pools and the amenities and the restaurants and things of that nature. And the third was having quick access to the Magic Kingdom and on the monorail, made for an easy time where we can just come in the middle of all of the Walt Disney World fun and just hop on the monorail, go back to our room, rest up for a little while, and just hop back on and go back and have fun. So the accessibility to the park. And I say park and not parks because monorail, outside of the one that goes to Epcot, everything else is a bus ride. So now that is Walt Disney World. My tried and true, Disneyland. What's that? And why do I go there? And why am I afraid to try anything other than my tried and true? And I'll talk a little bit about that toward the end in our closing together. But Disneyland, now I tried a couple places, just a couple, but my tried and true became my tried and true favorite resort for it became very quickly, and had a lot to do with those other three reasons I mentioned. Now, Disneyland Hotel, my love, my tried and true. And although at Disneyland, they don't label their resorts as deluxe, moderate value, the price point tells you that. So from a Disneyland perspective, the price point goes like this. Disney Grand Californian, which is much like the Wilderness Lodge when you think about how it looks, highest price point to stay on Disney property at Disneyland. The moderate, they don't say that, but price point is Disneyland Hotel, which is my tried and true. I tried the higher price point, wasn't my thing. And I'll tell you why, but it has a lot to do with my top three reasons at Walt Disney World. I have the tried and trues that I have. And then the third option is Paradise Pier, which overlooks Pixar Pier in the DCA park, which has beautiful views. I've never stayed there. I want to stay there, but Disneyland Hotel is where my heart is. I did try Disney Grand Californian, which I have reservations to stay at their villas in March of next year, 2020. So I'll tell you how I feel about the villas, but I'll tell you how I feel about the regular rooms as to why they're not my tried and true. So my tried and true, most favorite Disneyland resort hotel to stay, I think I already told you, is the Disneyland Hotel. Top reason, room size. The standard rooms, and that's what I'm banking it on, guys. I'm not looking at the deluxe room, or I'm not looking at a 1-bedroom suite and comparing it to, no, this is all standard room. This is not club level versus non-club club level. These are standard rooms. So standard rooms, although we stay club level at Disneyland Hotel, news for you, the rooms are the same size as the standard room, non-club level. And we've stayed both ways. Believe it or not, we don't like Disneyland club level. It's more so the lounge doesn't have a lot of great options that we're used to at like the Poly or California or Grand Floridian. Why am I losing my train of thought here? So Grand Californian, best club level. Animal Kingdom, I didn't tell you about that. It didn't make my tried and true for those three reasons I actually talked about. But I'm going to tell you why I wanted to make it my tried and true. And I think it's going to make the list next time I book there. But anyway, the club level, it's okay at Disneyland. The best club levels to me are at Disney World. But Disneyland Hotel has the biggest standard rooms on property. So if your number one reason is I like to spend time in my resort room, I like to, my kids are monkeys too. They're everywhere, and I don't want to feel like they're on top of me when we're hanging out in the room. And so if you are a person who likes to order room service, and we love to order room service, Disneyland Hotel will fit the bill. One, those headboards are so magical. If you've never seen Disneyland Hotel standard room headboards light up, like we've had a video, we've posted it. But they are so magical, guys. Oh my God. You turn them on and they like have like the fake fireworks and stuff. It is just so awesome. The headboards will have you all in awe of the room space, but the rooms are huge. I love the layout. I have another weird OCD, if you will. So Disneyland Hotel accommodates my need or desire to have a bathroom that has a separate toilet room than having the toilet right next to the bathroom. Believe it or not, guys, a little inside thing is I hate that. And I'll talk about why Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World is going to make it to my tried and true is because of that. They do that too. They have that option where they have the toilet room separate from the rest of the bathroom. So Disneyland Hotel, now, although they have some rooms that actually have the toilet next to the tub and all of that, you can ask for that configuration. Give me a standard room that has a toilet that's separate. I want that layout. So you have a choice of a layout. I like being at Disneyland Hotel because of this, the rooms are huge, the biggest on property. And the layout allows people like me who like a separate toilet room to actually ask for that particular layout. So Disneyland Hotel, thank you for always accommodating my wishes for that. So I love that for that reason. So room size, layout, configuration, just a wonderful space to be able to chillax in your room, order room service, and really just hang out with your family, rest from the parks. Second reason, theming. Disneyland Hotel, when you walk in, you know you're at Disney. And it is just everywhere, all the embellishments and the Mickeys everywhere. It's just wonderful. They have a beautiful gift shop. Then when you look outside the back, you have this wonderful, beautifully themed pool area that has a monorail as the, slide, the pool slide. So the pool slide is actually like a monorail. And it is so awesome. So I love the theming. Then you have Goofy's Kitchen, Trader Sam's. So you have that Hawaiian theme of eateries. And the food is so good. They have these poutine. If you're into that type of stuff, I am. I love it. Fries that you get that has this pulled pork, this gravy, poutine kind of fries. It is so good, and you can order it on your mobile app, and Todd used to always go pick it up. But I love having Goofy's Kitchen right there. I love having the amenities. Plus, outside of the amenities, it is the closest you'll get to downtown Disney and the Disneyland monorail. So being in that particular location is just so awesome. So I love the room size, the theming / proximity to downtown Disney and Disneyland monorail. The third reason why I love Disneyland Hotel is, like I said, it has the proximity. Well, when I want to come back from the parks, I could just hop on that monorail real quick. If I'm at Disneyland, now keep in mind there's no monorail that goes to DCA. But I love the fact that it is so close to the parks. Everything is just within minutes of walking. It's so close to downtown Disney. As a matter of fact, the Disneyland Hotel overlooks and towers over downtown Disney. And you see some of the wonderful, especially at night, how it lights up, and they have like bands and all of this all out in the walkway. They have food trucks and wonderful eateries there. And it's just so wonderful to see in the distance. And then you can also see from the Disneyland Hotel as it tower over both Disneyland and DCA. So you get both parks. That's the only hotel that you can see both parks from a window somewhere on property. So Disneyland Hotel for us is the moderate. It is the best price point. You get all of what you need for the dollars that you spend there. And it's just such a comfortable, beautiful, well-themed stay. Now, that is why that's always my tried and true. Don't want to stay anywhere else. But the second would be Disney California Adventure. Now, Disney Grand Californian. The reason why I didn't make my tried and true, the rooms are much smaller. There is no multiple configuration for can I have a separate toilet room versus the other one? Not that it's a kill for me, but the fact that the rooms are smaller and the price point is higher. I think if I'm going to spend more, I want a slightly larger standard room. So, for that very reason, it didn't make the list. It is not well Disney themed, meaning it's more of a wilderness lodge kind of thing without all of the Disney embellishments. I didn't see a lot of that there. So when you're there, you feel like you're at a beautiful upscale lodge, but it doesn't feel Disney until you start looking, in the little fine areas where you can see hidden Mickeys and things of that nature. It is always extremely cold there. I don't know what it is, but the service is great. It's a beautiful resort. It is the closest to DCA. They have their own entrance. which everybody can use, frankly, but they have their own entrance into Disney California Adventure Park, which is easily accessible. You can get to your room. It is beautiful, but again, for the price point, the room size, the pool size, it's not well themed, in my opinion. I really don't think you're getting bang for your buck by staying there. But hey, to each his own. Some people don't mind the space if you don't have a family of 4 and 2 little monkeys. So you might actually love it. If you love Wilderness Lodge, you'll probably love this Disney Grand Californian. But Disneyland is a place that we love to go, and our tried and true Disneyland Hotel. Biggest rooms, moderate price point, so I'm not breaking the bank, but I'm not, staying at a value resort. When I say that is meaning I'm not missing out on any grand pools and restaurants that you don't get those choices at the values. So I'm not missing out on that because Disneyland Hotel has all of that, and they have 2 queen beds and not 2 double beds, which is meaningful for us because we all in my family sleep like wild children. And we're like everywhere and we need to stretch out. So those double beds would not do us a service. But I must say that, my tried and true is based on how we vacation. So, my next big thing is, so here's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to need you guys' help. That's why I want you guys to comment down below. What's your tried and true? How you like to vacation? What's your top 3 reasons your tried and true is your tried and true? So next year, here's what we have teed up. So in March, I did have a Norwegian cruise line booked. My husband gave it to me as a gift to visit on the Norwegian cruise line. But I couldn't for the life of me stop going to Disney. So I actually canceled that, and we're just going to go to Disneyland since there's so many new things after the D23 announcements are coming to Disneyland and all of that. We wanted to take advantage of seeing some of those great things. So we're going to, as a family, to Disneyland for our spring break. We have a Disney cruise booked for Thanksgiving of next year. So I have that squared away. There's one more time that we go to Disney, and I want to select to go to Disney World, but I want to get outside of my comfort zone. And this time we're going to visit during Halloween, which we've never done. We've always visited Disney World during the holidays or spring break. It was always, Christmas or spring break, which was always flower and garden. So this will be the first time that we'll be smack dab in the middle of food and wine and Halloween at the same time. So that is our plan this year. But I want to try something new. I don't want to do tried and true. So I need your help. I need your help in deciding. Okay, so I told you how I vacation. I don't need the monorail anymore. Our kids are getting a little older. We're starting to spend a lot more times in the parks. The need to be able to hop on a monorail and get back in the middle of the day, not so much anymore as it was before. So I need to know, where should I book during the Halloween? So we're talking around September 25th, 2020, and like first week of October, about 9 days or 9 nights, 10 days, as we'd like to stay. So I need to know, where should I stay? Now I'm thinking, because we did stay a couple of nights at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Oh my God. Don't get me started on there. That place is so awesome. And although we missed having the monorail and we had to bus it everywhere, like Animal Kingdom would easily be my tried and true, actually number one. One, because of the theming, takes you into another place. I mean, oh, it is just so phenomenal, guys. And I probably be preaching to the choir, especially Jackie Stegman. She knows that this is her DVC home resort. But I stayed at Kidani Village. I stayed on their club level because I'm a club level queen. I love it. I'm going to miss it, although with DVC, I don't get to experience that because we're staying in villas. But I'm not going to be staying in the villa this time. I'm using my DVC points in 2020 toward our Disneyland vacation. So I want to stay somewhere really nice, that has all of those things I told you were so important, minus the lazy part, right? I don't need the monorail anymore. I can get off the monorail, but I need your help. So I'm trying to decide where to stay. Where's your tried and true? Why is it your tried and true? Because I might want to stay there. But I'm leaning toward Animal Kingdom Lodge again because we had a Savannah View room. And man, guys, it was amazing. We got to see them feed the animals in the daytime. We woke up and I would have coffee. And this is the first, like, we would normally have a balcony or whatever, or patio or a balcony in our rooms before. I never stepped out on them, never found a need to. But when we stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge, I mean, I was out there all the time, every time we were back in our rooms. It had like the Savannah View rooms are my jam. As I always say, it is such a beautiful view. I love the room size. Oh my God. So because, I always had that notion of the Poly has the biggest rooms, and this was just a standard Savannah View, albeit on club level and everything. It was beautiful in the club level. Oh my God. Animal Kingdom Lodge has the best club level. Just saying. The food choices were way better than that of Grand Floridian. The club level at Animal Kingdom is better than Polynesians. Don't tell my husband. But Animal Kingdom, oh my God. So we saw this guy. It was like the day we checked in and like the days, going to the parks, coming back or whatever. He was like carving this cane, and he would sit there. And it feels like every day we saw him carving that same cane. And we got to see that cane unfold into this beautiful sculpture he created. Watching the animals and stepping out on our patio, having coffee out there, watching the giraffes and the animals run around on the tundra, wherever you want to call it, and on the savannah, and really just engulf in that animal kingdom atmosphere. I felt like I was on some kind of safari vacation in Africa. When I talk about an immerse, feel of being in a resort, like Polynesian has the Hawaiian feel down pat. But I know that I'm at Disney when I look out the distance and I see when I'm out, by the pool, and I look out in the distance and I can see the castle. I know I'm at Disney and a themed resort, a Hawaiian themed resort. But when you're at Animal Kingdom, you forget you're at Disney. It feels like you're like in Africa at some safari, some exotic resort, upscale resort too. It's nice. And it's not the highest price point in the deluxe resorts, which is even more awesome. So I have to say, I am thinking about staying there again. I mean, wonderful people, wonderful cast members there. The feeling of being immersed in everything, Animal Kingdom, and being so close to the Animal Kingdom park was so awesome too. And with having Pandora there now and all these wonderful things, it feels like, hey, I want to be close to there. The only downside was the buses, right? We had to take the buses to Magic Kingdom and to the ticket center to go to Epcot. So it was all the busing why I didn't really make my tried and true in past trips before. But I really, really don't need the monorail all the time. So I'm really thinking about making it part of my tried and true after staying there for a couple of days. It was so beautiful, so nice. But, I want to try something different. I want to step outside of my comfort zone. And again, comment down below. Tell me what's your tried and true. Top 3 reasons why it's your tried and true. Where do you book all the time? How do you vacation? Kind of vacationer are you? Are you like me? Do you like to go back to the resort and have resort times? Or, are restaurants, full-on table service restaurants, are important to you at your resort? Or you're cool with the food courts that they do have at some of the value and the moderate resorts? I sure believe after staying at Port Orleans Riverside, they have a food court, which was so awesome. We stayed there too. And that we stayed in the Princess Tiana room. It was so beautiful, but the room wasn't big enough. It was beautifully decorated. I love the property Food court was phenomenal. Food choices. Breakfast was on one. I had this wonderful hamburger that had like this fried green tomato on it. Oh gosh, guys, it was so good. But anyways, that could have easily, Port Orleans could have easily been my tried and true book all the time resort. We stayed there for a few days, just like we did at Animal Kingdom. And again, the reason why is the buses and stuff like that, which was more meaningful when our kids were little. And trust me, the last time we went, our kids were a little bit smaller. So the monorail is no longer a need, but the room size is still a need. I love time at the resorts. I love time in my room. I love because my little monkeys, although they're grown up a little bit, they're still running around a little bit. And I want to feel like I'm relaxed. They can do their thing and I don't feel like they're on top of me. So that is still important. But yeah, Port Orleans Riverside was so beautiful, but just the rooms were so small, but they were so beautifully decorated. And so again, I just want to say thank you for spending time with me. If you've gotten to the end of this video, I chat a lot. I know. But I love everything Disney. And if I could ever help you plan a vacation, let me know. I have some tried and true vacations that I like to take. And part of my tried and true is Aulani. So we're going for the second time in 14 days this year. It's become my tried and true Disney vacation of choice. One, because I get to relax and be lazy. But Aulani is so beautiful. For those of you who have been there, you know what I'm talking about. It's my jam. Aulani is everything that you think a Hawaiian vacation is, plus Disney. We had some Hawaiian food just last night from this Hawaiian barbecue spot, and I ordered for dinner the loco moco. And some of you who have ever tried it, have ever been to Disney Aulani and been to Ama Ama, which is a beautiful restaurant overlooking the ocean, right there on Disney Aulani property. I tried the loco moco for the very first time there, and I had it again last night at this local spot here in Chandler, Arizona. It was so wonderful. It was like, oh God, I gotta get back to Aulani. But anyways, thank you so much for spending some time with me on this beautiful Sunday. It is gorgeous outside, guys. Here in Arizona, it's been in like high hundreds. But today it's like in the 90s, which is cool for us Arizonians. And I think I'm going to enjoy the day. Also, check out my ears. These are my It's a Small World ears. Check them out. Hello. I love my Disney ears, so we're rocking my It's a Small World ears. I cannot wait to try the new Arendelle Aqua ears. I just love that color. So now that stuff has been released as of the 13th in the parks, and then the Arendelle Aqua food. Can't wait to try some of those things. So staying up on everything happening in Disneyland and in Disney World. But yeah, come back to me next Sunday. I'll have another video. If you have any particular topics that we can talk about, let me know. Comment down below and let me know. What do you think about this video? What's your tried and true top 3 reasons, 4 or 5 reasons for your favorite go-to resorts that you like to book at Disneyland or Disney World? What's your tried and true vacation? I love Aulani. I love Disney Cruise Line. I love Disney World. I love Disneyland. I love Disney, y'all. Let's be frank. But I enjoy actually spending time with you guys. So thank you, Disney adventurers. I love my time with you guys. I hope you are having a wonderful Sunday. And until next Sunday, to infinity and beyond. All right. See you guys. Take care.